Tonight, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Dwayne Haskins and the Washington football team.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Washington football team. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes the Indy offense for their first drive of the game, and leading them out, their new quarterback for 2020, the longtime Charger, Phillip Rivers.
I don't know what it is, partner, but every time I watch Phillip Rivers play, I just have a big grin on my face because he plays the game with such joy. Loves being out there. Remember, he's part of that great 2004 class with Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger, 2 of them still in the league today. Now he's probably going to go over 60,000 passing yards and 400 touchdowns this season. The big question mark, how much does he have left in the tank? I think he's got plenty.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
56, Mike, 56 right there.
Mike, 89.
Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
25, Marlon.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
It's throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers taken in by the tight end Doyle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. I'll give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
390.
Rivers hands this one to Mack, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
On third down, Rivers. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he's got room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And that is Allen still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Marlon Mack.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Collins made the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 41-yard line. 11 yards there. First down. On the ground, it's Mack. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Mack, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
From the 38, Rivers. And he rifles one incomplete. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
From the gun, Rivers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the forcing the incompletion.
Washington will take
Now we see Dwayne Haskins, the Ohio State Buckeye, in his second year in the National Football League, ready to lead this Washington offense.
And for Dwayne Haskins, a little bit of an uneven season for the former first-round pick. 7 starts as a rookie. Team went 2-5 in those games, but I did see him get better. I thought his last couple of starts were his best ones of the year. He's a guy with big potential, big arm, but remember, was just a 1-year starter in college as well. Plenty of experience yet to be gained.
He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Haskins out of the gun. That one is slant to McLaurin. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 84 yards. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Number 25.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 7.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Some might say that he's got looked at in and absorbed the contact, but even at his size, that's a tough throw to hold on to. And he was unable to on that attempt.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Rivers. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down by Kendall Fuller. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll toss this right side to Mack. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he was a 1,000-yard runner in 2019 and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a run with Mack. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This is Hines. Tackle made there by Caleb Brantley.
Carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers, he's got his target. Down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 27-yard line. Operating from the gun. Rivers, Campbell making the catch. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Running the sweep, Hilton with it. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Rivers now. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Rivers. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Colts 3.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that
You would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it, but that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
At the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 13.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
A pickup of 2
Well,
yards.
partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
Haskins will throw. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Haskins.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Washington.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Washington 14, Colts 3.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Haskins.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of 8 brings up second and goal. At the
They'll run for it with Peterson.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's 21-3.
His kick is good.
That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Over first and 10.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 31-yard.
Working with second and 5 now.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. 20.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. This goes underneath to Doyle, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Rivers. Catch made here by Campbell. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. On first and 10, Rivers. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley Cox, his tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
It leads to second and 10.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack, and he stopped immediately there.
Marlon Mack.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
No gain on the play. It's
To throw on third down, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company.
He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
So that one will be accepted. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Haskins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
It's a big play there for Washington on 3rd down. 56 yards.
What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Going for 14 yards and another first.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another 1st down run right there.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They'll run with Peterson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
They try again with Peterson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier. Was bidding for a second.
Adrian Peterson.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it, and I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So now on fourth down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opted for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team? And of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Rivers. Left side, Doyle with it. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
32-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Rivers. A good throw here, finding Pascal.
Zach Pascal. That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers hits his target to tight end Mo Alley Cox. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Mack. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run with Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company.
They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
J.D. McKissick. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Washington.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Justin Houston on the stop. 8 yards on the pickup.
A 10th carry now for Peterson.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 44.
Adrian Peterson, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Anthony Walker.
They go play action with Haskins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now Haskins on first down.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Khari Willis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And now it's from, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Haskins. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good.
The kick.
And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Washington 27, Colts 10.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And we take some time to spotlight T.Y. Hilton now. With them losing here in the 2nd quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Rodgers on the return. And able to get this out
at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A second down throw for Rivers.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the...
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On third down, a run by Mack. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins.
He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. We've got 2 more after this one, and then we get it all started, as we normally do, on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10. At their own.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 25 yards that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. Two really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here's McKissick, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that's complete to Gandy Golden.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 21. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A carry now for McKissick. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Allen going to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Steven Sims there to make the grab.
And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
On the return, it's Nyheim Hines.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The 80-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for.
and it's third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, it's Hines. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He's got Burton here. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Hines. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brought down by
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Brissett. That one complete to Wilkins, the running back. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
On the delay, here's Hines. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Hines, the ball.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, they're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Blankenship's kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
It's 3rd down.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 5.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. They will run it. It's McKissick. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
2nd and 1.
They'll go again with McKissick. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
J.D. McKissick, the ball.
A couple of first downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
And the Washington.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, In addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now an option play on 2nd down. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Antonio Gibson, the ball
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Allen's pass.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
41. Colts 13.
Colts set to take over here offensively. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now. Really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
The 49-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. The 20. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return is Hines. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
To Naheem Hines. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd line.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He gets it left side to Johnson. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Colts. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A man coming off back-to-back 2,000-yard seasons. Here's Jonathan Taylor with it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
9-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Brissett now.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, they dialed up the screen there, hoping that convoy of blockers could get out in front and get them enough yardage for the 1st down, but they were able to get there before he got to the sticks.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return, Johnson. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
J.D. McKissick, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more preseason.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run with McKissick. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
J.D. McKissick.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Danico Autry on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And now they'll throw with Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Complete to end.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
8-yard pickup. And a Washington first down.
Downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Strong left. That boy's got four down. Watch number 86.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A gain of 2 brings up third
Allen.
and less than a yard.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Indy set to go on offense once more. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Brissett to throw on first. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be out right at the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he whips that one incomplete there.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Brissett sets to throw it. This one into the hands of Burton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll throw again. Brissett out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And he's going to get this all the way down. Oh.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Again, it's Brissett. Connecting with Burton here over the middle.
Brissett's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Brissett again. And that is incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down and
into the air once more. It's Brissett. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
10 at the 11-yard line.
Now it's Hines.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The ball 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
To throw, Brissett. And he's got his target. It's caught for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman there to make the grab. And the Colts are in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And to give this time to the tailback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
At the Colts.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 31. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Down at the 31.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
In most goal line situations, defensive tackles are just trying to hold the line, hold their ground, and let the other guys roam and make the play. But in this situation, he's able to push his way into the backfield and disrupt that play for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Tight end right. 4 down. Check.
To throw, it's Allen. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
J.D. McKissick, the ball carrier.
It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Lions on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And the Colts coming out now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments in this one. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now Brissett. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Roughing the passer defense.
You can't have that.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
By Washington.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Colts.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what? I really feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody, from Indianapolis.